r/ask Reddit. What popular saying is actually bullshit? Looks don't matter. They do. Not always. Not completely. But they very much do matter. Humans are kind of superficial in that regard. I used to be 400 pounds when I was in my 20s. A few years ago I hit around 180 and the amount of doors that opened were insane. Everyone was suddenly nicer to me. I was able to find jobs with ease. Just everything was easier. Looks definitely matter. Congrats dude. That must have taken so much discipline and hard work. The customer is always right, because half of it's missing. The full truism is the customer is always right in matters of taste. Guy wants a pint of half Baileys, half orange juice, he's paying. Lady wants to wear a raw turkey as a hat, you do you love. What it doesn't mean is that Kyle and Karen get free rein to treat people like shit because they happen to be handing over money at some stage of the interaction. I always thought of it as a variation of sell to me in my language, and buy from me in yours. What it was supposed to mean is that it doesn't matter what you think is your best product, sell what the customers buy. A good example of this in action is a company like Chock-full-o Nuts. The guy started out selling roasted nuts. Due to an economic downturn, the nuts stopped selling as well. He started selling sandwiches made with the nuts instead, and coffee to draw people in to buy the sandwiches. The coffee sold much better than the sandwiches, and in time, became the only product as all the nut related stuff was dropped completely, remaining only in the name. If he had tried to stubbornly stick to what he had planned to sell, the business likely would have failed, but instead he adapted by selling what people were actually interested in buying and thrived. Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg are college dropouts dude, they went to Harvard, not community college. Or Einstein wasn't good in school, he was a very good student with good marks. The dude finished calculus in grade 4 and people keep bringing up his art subject failure in grade 1 and 2 like I feel bad for Albert. He tried his best. If you can't handle me at my worst you don't deserve me at my best. This is like toxic relationship starter pack stuff. Yep, hate this one. It's used to justify horrible behavior. No one is entitled to treat others like shit and be excused for it. I think the meaning behind that is if you can't support someone, like your partner, while they are struggling, you don't deserve to be with them while they succeed. It's saying don't be the kind of person who is there only while things are good, but as soon as someone needs you, you leave. If you tell me the truth you won't get into trouble. I tell my 7-year-old son if you tell me the truth the punishment isn't as bad when he follows through he still gets punished. But I explain what would have happened if he lied. Tell the truth. 10 minutes timeout in the corner. Lie. Grounded for the entire night. Works pretty well. This is better. Teaching honesty instead of encouraging a good lie will pay off far better during false accusation situations of all severities. Money can't buy happiness. Poverty can't buy anything. I say money can't buy happiness, but I'm certainly a lot happier when I have money. I love Daniel Tosh joke about money can't buy you happiness. Have you ever seen someone look sad on a jet ski? I before E except after C. Except when your foreign neighbor Keith receives 8 counterfeit beige sleighs from feisty caffeinated weightlifters. Weird. I hate when that happens. Good things come to those who wait. Try waiting your whole life and see what comes to you. As an impatient person I've always taken this as put in the work and then don't duck it up rushing. I feel like I learn this lesson daily. I'm gonna save this comment. Sleep is for the weak or I'll sleep when I die. Well actually, not sleeping is making you weaker and decreasing your lifespan as you gloat about it right now. Sleep is essential people. Edit. Wow. I went to sleep and this got crazy. Thank you kind strangers for the awards. D. It bothers me so much when I say I'm tired and someone else starts bragging about how they only got 2 hours of sleep, so they are clearly more tired than I am because I got 6 hours. Sleepiness gatekeeping is the worst. You have a coworker who laughs every time I say I'm tired. Oh honey, wait till you have kids. Then you'll know what tired really means. First of all, rude. Second of all, Sharon, you don't need to attack me to feel better about your own choices that you clearly regret. Didn't mean to rant, but man, talk about toxic. It doesn't matter who started it. Of course it ducking does. Even legally the concept of who did what first is recognized as vital. I've always hated that phrase in school. What the hell did they expect the second to do? Get hit by the bully? Fun story. In high school I was bullied daily. By the same girls. It went on for months. I did everything you're supposed to do. My principal's advice was to get an older student to walk around with me. They finally cornered me and beat me up. I was suspended because I was involved in a fight. They used the doesn't matter who started it line on me too. It was my fault because I just happened to get my ass kicked that day. There's plenty of fish in the sea. You know what else there's plenty of in the sea? Trash. Sad earth noises edit. This is my highest upvoted comment. Happy Godzilla noises. Clean up your oceans. Get more Tinder matches. Be yourself. If you're a ducking a-hole and even the nice people hate you, then you should ducking change and not be yourself. I completely relate to this. My actual personality is almost completely misanthropic. I would love to be able to survive on my own, never interacting with anyone again. In reality, you can't go through life like that unless you want to live as a hermit in a cave somewhere, and I'm too lazy for that. I don't think personality is as set in stone as that. You're the sum of your experiences and your interpretations of those experiences. Often life throws us an experience that change everything about how we see the world, and sometimes, looking back on those experiences in a different light does exactly the same. What doesn't kill you just makes you stronger. Bull. 2x cancer survivor here. It sure didn't make me any stronger. Edit. Y'all. Thanks for all the good feels. Yows guys is awesome man. The stuff that failed to kill me left me fragile and jumpy, with a few unhealthy coping mechanisms and a really dark sense of humor. Why do I feel so attacked? You don't need money to be happy. Usually this quote is being used by those who are already filthy rich. You don't need money to be happy, but you do need shelter, warmth, food and water to be happy, and those things cost a ducking fortune right now. Your problem is expectations, like expecting to have the bare essentials. Are you some kind of socialist or something? A watched pot never boils. It does. I've checked. I've been watching cyberpunk trailers for about 7 years now. I'm not sure it's gonna boil. So it's you. Stop watching. You are ruining it for everyone. This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Lies. This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Breaks own leg. My grandmother said that to my dad once, when he was a kid, before a spanking. When she pulled her arm back for the first swing, she accidentally whacked the radiator and broke her hand. It really did hurt her more than it did him. Practice makes perfect. I had a teacher that used to point out that no, practice makes permanent. If you practice something in an incorrect way, you're going to perform incorrectly. My football coach used to say practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. I've tried to ward my house to the best of my abilities. Apples near each door and window. Apple scented candles. Maintaining a constant supply of apples and apple products in my kitchen. Nothing works. The doctors, they are relentless. They're clever. Systematically searching for a breach in my defenses. When I close my eyes, I can feel their icy stethoscopes. I just ate my first apple today, but it is all in vain. The ache in my knees from their mallets warns me they are drawing near. I took an apple from my kitchen to carry with me around the house. I sat down on my couch, only to hear the crinkle of wax paper beneath me. I caught a glimpse of a white coat outside my window. I wanted to believe it wasn't real, but my worst fears were realized when I heard the murmur of what seems to be the problem here. Today, they're here. If this isn't copypasta, it should be. It's just how I am. While you're a ducking dunt, change your behavior and act like a decent human. Edit. Ho. Thanks for the awards. Hey, I'm blunt. I tell it how it is. You tell it like you're an a-hole. Edit. To folks who think the only other option is lying. It's not. You can tactfully tell people the truth, if that truth is indeed needed. What you don't know can't hurt you. While yes, it's technically true, it's also not a positive thing. Theoretically, if someone's partner was cheating on them, yes, they don't know, so they can't be hurt, but it's still a bad thing. I was thinking more of, I don't know, there is a train coming right behind me and that is definitely gonna hurt. I was thinking that if I don't know food is expired, that's not going to stop me from getting sick. Hard work never killed anyone. Coal miners would like to have a word. Tell that to the Japanese. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Every box of chocolate I have seen has a little book that tells you what you'll get. That wasn't always the case. Heck, even now the cheap boxes don't have it. Not to mention Forrest probably couldn't read it. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. I've had my mind set on instant transmission for 20 years and I haven't teleported once. Plot twist, he has teleported twice. Do what makes you happy in regards to searching for a career. Edit. Getting several questions as to why I think it's bullshit, so I'm going to copy and paste one of my responses to that question. Because I have come to find that people tend to not be passionate about their jobs. Sure, there are some who enjoy it, but it isn't something they're passionate about. I personally believe that any hobby you turn into a necessity kills your love for said hobby. Of course it's not true for everyone, but it's true for me and apparently a lot of people who have commented about their experiences. In the end, you'll either land a job you are passionate about, in which you'll be the lucky few, or you'll land a job you won't be passionate about and feel like you failed because you aren't passionate about your job. I would prefer the saying, do what you find tolerable and use the money to pursue what you actually love. Also, some passions cannot be turned into careers and some people just don't have passions. My passion for running isn't something I can make a reliable income with. That's something else I recognized, as I remember lots of people in my HS did not know what to pursue after HS because they did not have any passions in any fields or in general. Killed my love of cooking. Now I dread dinner every night. Yay. I have an alternate saying. You should have 3 hobbies. One for money, one for exercise, and one for fun. And try to combine as many as you can. Never judge a book by its cover. As someone who works in a bookshop, you're damn right I'm gonna judge the quality of a book by its production. As do most customers. I have gotten insights into the world of publishing and the decisions they make based on the quality and success of the product they are pushing. For instance, an author just starting out, the catchy title of the book is going to be the biggest text on the book. The author has brought out 3-4 books that are proving successful. The text size of their name is going to be equal to the title. Ian Rankin or Kate Atkinson, their name is going to be the biggest text on that cover because that's what draws customers in. I remember chatting to James Oswald, who said, I knew I had made it when my name got bigger. A Scottish buyer is very good at sniffing out underdog books. Books that are incredibly well written, but haven't got the recognition they deserve. And she will discuss with the publisher about changing the cover of the book to reflect this. Suddenly huge boosts in sales when a customer is looking for an obscure title. And I look it up. I can almost immediately tell if it's a low quality independent publication by the way the cover looks. Disclaimer, much like with the underdogs, there are always exceptions to rules. And it is definitely not always the case that a low quality looking book is necessarily a bad read. It's just often an indication of a first time or unpublished author who hasn't had a chance to hone their craft yet. Can confirm. Also, when a book with a good cover sells well, you'll start to see other books with similar covers. For example, historical fiction set during or related to World War II with female main characters is having a moment. The books often look like colorized old photographs. They're usually a bit dramatic, often with women walking away from the frame. Here is a quick search. These books are all the same author or the same publisher. https://chipperblib bibliacommons com list share /199,702,383/1,411,640,627. Same thing happens with titles to a degree. Of and A Song of Ice and Fire, Children of Blood and Bone, House of Salt and Sirosa, Court of Thorns and Roses, Gods of Jade and Shadow, The School for Good and Evil, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Kingdom of Needle and Bone. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.